Hey everyone, I'm Clayfect, and today it's time for us to dive into the Addams Family Thing, to be more precise. But for that, we are going to need some references. I always find it better if there is some skin in the game, so to speak. Because I don't want any old thing. No, I want the thing from the Wednesday series. But in order to do that, we need to have some good references and ideas. So this is why I decided to have my husband, Mr. Clayfect, help me. I mean, that's the least he can do, right? He gave me his hand in marriage. So I think it's only fitting if I take it. Now stand still, honey. We don't want uneven lines. Nah, I'm just messing with ya in a good Adam fashion. So without further ado, guys, let's get started.
He took 100 pounds of clay, and then he said, hey, listen, I'm gonna fix this world today, because I know what's missing.
However, I actually do need my husband's help in creating a template for Thing. Doing it this way will not only ensure that the sizes are correctly, but also that the proportions fit. I am really grateful that my husband was willing to take on the role as Thing for this sculpture. His acting is truly mesmerizing. So please everyone, give my husband a hand, get it, a hand, while I'm building up the amateur. Now normally this would be the time where I disclaimed and explained to you this was the first time I ever tried to make any type of realistic body part. And I have seen that there are many talented artists that have made Thing from Wednesday, as I am attempting to do. So normally I would put up now a huge disclaimer telling you that this is not a tutorial. But you know what? F that. Because, like I said, this is my first body part. I really don't have any idea of what I'm doing, but I actually think I'm doing sort of great. So if you can take anything from it, please do. Because I am really proud of myself of this one. Not trying to pat myself on the back or anything, but the Addams Family has such a near and dear place in my heart, and I do love the Wednesday series. So it was important for me to make a decent sculpture. I remember when I was a little girl, the first time I saw the Addams movie, I was in awe of Morticia. I wanted Gomez as a father, and I was really jealous of Wednesday that she had that type of family. In a time and age where normality was a given, it was nice to see some misfits I could relate to. I think it's amazing that the Addams started as a simple comic strip in the newspapers back in 1938, as a satiric take on the perfect American family, and still are relatable in this day and age. It's amazing. I definitely had a little crush on Morticia, I have to say. I tried to walk and float around like she was. She was, for me, the pure embodiment of a woman. Sadly for little baby Clayfect, I was a short, chubby girl, so there wasn't much grace to my movements. And now I would love to tell you that I grew into it and I become this very elegant creature, but the truth of the matter is I do not possess any kind of grace and elegance. I am more of that geeky, charming, but awkward kind of girl. Though I do have to say my humor is sort of morbid, and my relationship to my husband, Mr. Clayfect, does resemble some Gomez and Morticia vibes when we are alone.
Your turn, my ecstasy.
50,000 going once, 50,000 going twice.
But enough about that, let's get back to the sculpture that now has some clay on it, and we can finally start detailing Thing. Starting with the nails, where I draw an outline of the nail before I pressed and shaped it in. Now, the reason I did that instead of just adding a nail is fairly simple. I didn't want it to become too bulky, and I had that feeling that in this case of making a hand, less is more. So I went very slow, detail by detail, using a lot of reference photos, and slowly built Thing up, transforming him from what looks like a clay glove to a hand. I was actually reluctant to make this sculpture in the beginning because 1, I didn't know if I could do a good job, and as I said, many artists has already created Thing. So I dabbled around with some different ideas. First I thought about making Thing as a baby, but that was just going to be too disgusting for me. Then I thought about making Thing as a woman, and that idea intrigued me, and if you wanna see that, leave it in a comment. But what it all boiled down to was actually that I wanted the real Thing. I wanted to have Thing on my shelf. So that is why I took up the challenge, and I am so glad I did. Not only because of the outcome, but the whole process. I just really had fun with it. I really was in what I call my sculpting zone. Really entangled in this project and just loved seeing how small skin details little by little brought Thing to life. Now, if you don't like my version of Thing, that's completely fine. I'm in love with it either way, and I have to say, the best part of it all was that I learned so much. Also how to really study a reference photo. That was my save and grace with this project. So if I only get to give you one advice, it is look at reference photos. Really look at them. Speaking of looking, if you like what I do, or maybe enjoy some of my advice, why don't you look at these buttons here? Yeah, with those magical symbols, you can like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Every single interaction really does wonders for a video, and therefore it would also do wonders for me and my channel. It means so much to me to hear what you have to say about my art projects, and it just brightens my day. So thank you to all who are doing so. And with that, let's get back to the Thing. I never get tired of that joke. I was sort of nervous putting veins on the hand because it's sort of an effect that you see but you don't see. So if I smoothed it too little, it would look completely off and the hand would look way too old. But if I smoothed it too much, then the whole point of the veins would be lost. It was a lot easier when it was time to make the scars. So while I continue sculpting, why don't I tell you a little bit more about Thing, which apparently is his full name, and of course the T stands for Thing. So the true name of this hand is Thing. Thing's creation actually started sort of accidentally, with a sign that said beware of the Thing. Now, back in the comic days, nobody knew what the Thing was. It was simply just a mystical novelty. But when it was time to transition over to TV, the creator actually wanted Thing to be a rolling head. But back in that day and age, there was a lot of reasons to why that wasn't possible. First of all, they weren't sure how people were going to react to a rolling head. And second of all, they had no idea on how to make a rolling head. So they settled for a hand in a box, where it was supposed to be a mystery what was in the box, more than the actual hand that came out. But as we all know, later on, Thing ditched the box and became his own being. And that is how Thing came to be. Now, with these stitches that I'm pressing in, was actually Mr. Clayfix's idea, and I just love it. Because when they are painted, they are not going to look like tiny balls of wire, but they are going to look like stitches. And speaking of Mr. Clayfix, I think it's about time that man got a medal or something like that. Because when it was time for painting, I went into a big problem. Now, I'm not completely colorblind, but all kind of nuances when it comes to color is very difficult to me. I just couldn't see the different kind of nuances in the skin color, which was very frustrating to me because I was afraid I was going to ruin the hand that I had worked so hard on. But instead of just telling me, "Oh honey, it's going to be great, don't worry about it," or taking the hand from me and just doing the job himself, Mr. Clayfake did something quite incredible. He sat with me, and through the whole painting process, he was by my side describing the different kind of shades I was mixing up and painting with. He didn't tell me what to do or how to do it, he just gave me the tools to be able to do what I wanted to do. So the reason things don't look like a weird Simpson hand is due to Mr. Clayfake. Now, this is my first time painting realistic skin, and I don't know how well I did, but if I did a good enough job to become sort of credible, the only advice I will give you is thin layers and dry them off. Don't question your color choices unless you're colorblind. Just be brave, go with what color you see, layer by layer, and sooner or later it is going to look as you want it. But with all the skin and the nails painted, all we needed to do was paint the stitches, and I think that is it for this sculpture and it for this video! Thank you so much for watching. I am in love with this sculpture. I'm just so happy how he came out. I have to say, this is definitely not the last time that I try to make something like this. I had so much fun, and at the end of the day, isn't that the point of it all? To have fun and just being your creative self. Speaking of your creative self, you are more than welcome to send me some of your creations on my Facebook site Clayfake. I would love to see what you have been up to. But at last guys, unfortunately it is time for me to sign off. I hope to see you next time, but if you can wait until next time, why not click on the square to the right, where you're going to hear a horrifying story about a teddy bear. But until then, as we would say here in Denmark, hold dig munter!